How's your New Year's?
I knew about it.
Welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. And me, as always, I'm Captain Morgan on the SS Poop Deck. I was actually going to light a fire this morning, but my hose is froze, and I can't get any water through my iced up hose either.
Not good.
I am old. I'm old too. Because my Christmas, I was sick during Christmas, couldn't have people over. Ended up extending Christmas. I had 4 other Christmas stops to make over the last 2 weeks, and I'm about done. Christmas can fuck off for another year. About done. Christmas parties, gift giving. Too much sweet food available. Too much alcohol. Christmas can fuck off for a while. Anyway, did you guys see the sky the last couple of nights?
We were all going out and looking at it at the same time. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I have a beautiful view. I had like Mars, Orion, Saturn, and I had the moon crescent, and I had Venus, but I couldn't quite make out Saturn. And then it ducked behind a bank of clouds before I could use my binoculars to see Saturn. But I have a decent, there's a bank of clouds to the west now, but it was like that last night. Orion is absolutely beautiful right here. Almost every winter night, it's like right here. It's beautiful.
That is the one thing anybody can find is that belt. You know where you are when you find that. Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull, and then further off is the Pleiades. It's toast. And behind them is Gemini.
Yeah, there we go. So Dave was going to relate this awesome story of divorce, and it's like a cautionary tale of divorce.
Okay, yeah, check it out, Mikey. I was witness to a divorce yesterday. So Ed, this friend of mine, Ed, he asked me to be a witness. So yesterday I was a witness like at 9 in the morning, and there's the judge, there's his wife, there's Ed's sister, and me. And I thought I was gonna. He said I just needed to say like I knew Ed. And that he had been in the state for a year. He said that's what I needed to do and witness the thing. So all right, yeah, sure. But they laid out the whole thing. I got to watch the entire park. Right, I saw him get hosed so bad, man. They got all right. He's on Social Security and he only works part time as a guard now, right? And he's 70 and he wears adult diapers. Okay. She got $1,800 a month alimony.
Wow.
That's more than his Social Security.
That's what happened. That's what I watched happen to this guy I've known for 20 years. Right? And like I walked away, I was like, this can happen. I don't know what.
So naturally, he walked out of the court like this, right?
No, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Ed. I don't know why he's letting her do that, right? I mean, he just wanted me to do the thing. I was going to speak up. He said, "Hey, what the fuck?" Right? But I'm not supposed to say it.
He just wants to be over.
This is bluffer, He says, "Look, I got a lawyer, right? So listen, I'm talking to my lawyer right now, and he says he can get 300, right? If you don't take 300, then we'll just go to court." And she was in Maryland. Right, and he says, and I thought of this other thing later, I could say, and you have to come here, no more of this virtual shit, because of AI now. The courts don't trust it anymore. Right, it's just bluffer, So take 300, $1,800 a month.
Wow.
Alimony.
Yeah, good luck getting it.
He's renting. Well,
what are you gonna do? Be homeless?
I don't know. I don't know his other situation. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know the rest of it. I don't know how much money he's got. I don't know if he can afford it or whatever. But he seemed wanting to do it. He just wanted to cut. All he wanted to do was just witness it. And I just sat through it.
That bitch.
Anyway.
Wow.
Fucking wow.
So you were thinking about it until that moment.
70. Better break out the yes dears.
My life.
Start
Can't prove anything.
hot and handy with the yes dears, no dears, man. That's pretty cruel and unusual punishment for 70 years old.
Ed's in tough shape. He's 70, right? And I'm 63. I'm doing like the bat. Well, 6 years. Like if you like, I was like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not wearing an adult diaper. I'm not doing it.
Oh, you got just shit in your pants?
I'll get an inner tube mic, right? And I'll go into the ocean with a little motor. Right, every time I shit, I'll just move to another spot in the ocean, right? And there'll probably even be sea creatures that'll eat it. I'll probably even have an ecosystem. So, this stuff's the shit, right? Because
Are you just gonna stay in the water? You're just gonna stay in the ocean?
Yeah, and just run away from my shit as it comes out of my ass. I'll be running away from my ass.
Oh my god.
I've thought about
Sounds like
this
a good
lot.
plan. Sounds like a good plan, Dave. Oh my god.
I started early.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I finished it,
Oh, nice.
and the movie was terrible.
Really?
Right? All the beats were there, right? But the wrong actresses. All right, there's this one part that I was kind of looking forward to. She's really
Right.
all they're all rich and proper and shit. You know what I mean? They talk all this fancy. Well, there's a way to talk, right? There's no vulgar stuff like the Rain in Spain kind of shit. Anyway, there's a moment where she goes, "Oh, bull! What are you talking about?" Right? But she does it in a Chicago accent, like the first time it bubbled. She's from Chicago, right? But in the book, when he wrote it, you heard her like just go guttural. It was actually kind of like shocking after reading all this nice dialogue this way, and then just to have it like go like that. So it was like a whoa, wow. She's like, you could almost see her turn evil. You know what I mean? So in the movie, right? Carolyn Jones? She was the one. She used to be Mrs. Adams Family. She was a movie star before that. Anyway, she plays Nicole, and it's just a regular line, just. And the other thing is they had like this big orchestra, right? Music, right? And it just blew. They just played it loud for the whole fucking movie. Holy shit!
Yeah.
And the only thing it was about is his deterioration into alcoholism, and they missed everything else, like the whole point of the thing. And the worst thing is, I think that's why the book didn't even take off again, because the movie is pretty. Oh, well, everybody thinks they know the story because they saw the stupid movie. And yeah, all the little shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's very I wish they'd make that one again. That'd be cool.
Give them time, they will.
Oh, right. This stuff is falling out of copyright. I think Gatsby already did. Oh yeah, this one's going to. Yeah, I bet it goes out like soon, because this is the 20s when he wrote it, right? And we're in the 20s again. This is all 100 years old now. Maybe we'll get a movie.
George, what are you doing? Crocheting over there?
Yeah, like my hat. Putting a lanyard on another.
I have
Oh,
some of
nice.
the Dodgers lanyards here.
Oh yeah.
Nosferatu's 100 years old.
Wow.
See it?
That's
pretty good,
the
man.
movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, the other night. It
How was it?
was good. I think I sent you the guys the rating. It was A+ for visual,
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Well, maybe A-.
Peter DeVitch.
A- for visual, and I think overall probably a B-.
That's all right.
But the visuals are fucking great, man. Visuals are great.
Yeah,
You
he's
see
got
it?
a lot of style to him.
The
I
cool
have to
thing was,
say.
I was watching some interviews with him and stuff, and I didn't realize he was from Lee. Lee is like right down the road. And in fact, where I saw the movie in Barrington, like Lee is literally a minute down the road from me. That's where he grew up. The guy grew up, you know.
DeVitch
Wow.
was like, I think they used Strawberry Village, but they
Strawberry
had like a
Village? Where's
stockade
that?
door, and it was just the door and a little piece of fence, and he filmed it there. Like I watched DeVitch with his commentary track, and he goes into detail about like every scene. It's pretty wild. Like them girls, the little girl, like the kids, he dressed them up. They looked like old people. like little old people, the way they dressed them, just to make them creepier. They were creepy as fuck. Right, that movie was great. That movie was fucking great. I watched that a couple of times, and I listened to it with a commentary track. That's worth doing. Yeah, it's really good. There's this one sunset, right? And the director of photography went, I want to take a shot of that. He goes, nah, I never use that shit, right? That's what he said. And then it shows up, and he says, he tells the story when he says, oh, you never know. So he said, and he's going, yeah, and I used it. I guess you never really do know. Yeah. So anyway, if you watch the Vitch again and you see that, like he shows the sunset, that's that. Oh, and the goats. He said, he says, look at the goats. All they did was eat the set. They just kept eating the set. He says, look, one's eating it now, right? That's what he's like pointing. And then after that, you just notice they're always chewing and eating. They're eating the set.
Well, they're goats. What do you want? They're not movie stars. They're fucking goats. That's what they do.
And that black Phillip, that black one, that black ram, yeah, he was a real pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, a billy goat. Oh yeah, and I bet he stunk up the set too.
Yeah.
You ever smell a billy goat? Oh my god.
Nosferatu, they used the guy used 2,000 live rats.
Ooh.
And that's the ending. The big ending.
You ever see Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Oh yeah.
Gary Oldman. Or was it
Yeah.
the one with Francis Ford Coppola's?
That
Or
one had some great visuals. Winona Ryder and that red-haired girl, I don't know her name.
And Monica Bellucci was also in that.
Yes.
That was a nice one.
She
I
rules.
actually liked what's his name's Herzog's Nosferatu.
Oh yeah, right.
I didn't see that one.
Is that the one with Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe's in both of them. He's in. He played Nosferatu in the Herzog version, and then he played,
that was a good one.
He played another character in the new version. So,
More like a Van Helsing kind of guy,
yeah,
right?
I forget his name, the character's name, but he was good. You know?
Well, I know
Anything with
the
Willem
original
Dafoe.
Nosferatu, they couldn't. There was copyright infringements with Bram Stoker's Dracula, so they couldn't use Van Helsing or Dracula, so they just call him Nosferatu, and they had a different name for the Van Helsing character. But that was an excellent one.
That's great.
One of the main things
They
was
used that
like
shadow.
right in the beginning, right in the beginning, the girl she conjured this up. You know, she was a lonely teen. You know, and she conjured up this whole thing.
Oh,
So
wow.
she called it on. You know, yeah.
See,
I used to do
Never
that with a
underestimate.
Playboy. It never happened though.
Something happened.
Remember Animal House when that girl flies through the window, he's got a Playboy, and the little kid goes,
yeah,
"Thank you, God."
something was conjured up, right, Dave?
Some of the scenes, I think that they filmed the actual castle in Romania or Transylvania that the Count Dracula was imprisoned in for some of the scenes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of work into this. You know, they've been filming it for a while.
I knew
Worth
this dude
seeing on
from
the big screen.
Transylvania. I had some classes with this dude from Transylvania, and he was like totally into American culture, but like he had his hair like Elvis, and he dressed kind of like Elvis because he was like his idea of America was a couple of decades behind.
Wasn't that like Romania or something? Like Transylvania is a province in Romania.
Yeah. He says it's not spooky. It's just a regular city over there.
Yeah.
There's some big old castles, so they're pretty spooky.
He said,
Well, all castles are, man. You think of all the misery that went on in those places.
Mhm.
You know, it's like
Old
residual
factories, too.
misery.
Well,
Hey, did you guys
like
ever
that.
see the Nicolas Cage's The Vampire's Kiss or The Kiss of the Vampire with Nick Cage?
I think I saw
It
that.
came out like in the 80s, man. It was like the most cool. It was like the funniest, coolest vampire movie.
Nicolas Cage, sure.
Yeah, and he was like this guy, this yuppie, descending into madness. He thinks he's turning into a vampire. and not quite sure whether it's legit or not,
I love
but
it.
it's
Don't
funny
tell
as
me no
hell.
more. We'll talk about it next week. Okay.
All
Remember
right.
that there was another vampire movie that had
I fucking love that guy.
Susan Sarandon and Catherine Deneuve.
Oh
Remember that
yeah, yep,
in the 80s? There was
yep,
kind of a scene between the two of them.
yeah. Those are
It's
yeah,
kind of hot.
especially Catherine Deneuve was like one of the world's great beauties.
Yes, that was hot scene.
Yeah, and
Do you remember?
the
Do you
direct.
remember in the '70s? Do you remember Count Blackula?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
And the undercover brother.
What's the name? What's the name of that movie about that black exploitation movie?
Dolomite.
Dolomite. Yeah,
Yeah. You see
that was
the
a
one
real
with Eddie
guy.
Murphy?
Yeah,
That is awesome.
that's a
Wesley
real
Snipes
story.
in it, he's just drunk the whole time.
uh,
Yeah. I
That's
know what
great.
people want. They want car chases, kung fu, and titties.
that's right.
Hey, man, he
What
was
more do
right.
you need?
You
He
want-
was right. Take it from the common man, you know.
He's the Ed Wood of that time. It's sort of the same story. He just wouldn't give up. He was going to make
Wouldn't
movies.
give up.
Damn it.
He made it. Made it. Did it all himself. He made it. You know.
Yep.
It's great.
He even got Eddie Murphy to play him. How good is that? Just wouldn't go away.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great.
I think Ed Wood I've seen so many times. I could quote the whole thing backwards, you know. I love that
It's
movie.
classic.
Karloff, sidekick, fuck you. Carlos couldn't smell my shit. It's all
Yeah,
makeup.
it was great. Was that-
Ah!
I think that was like Martin Landau's last movie
He got
too.
I think he got an Academy Award for that. Or a
Yeah,
nomination,
he was
anyway.
great.
He was
Yeah.
great in that. He really was. Yeah, he was great.
Lily Rose Depp.
Oh, yeah.
She's a
What's
Yeah.
this?
she's the woman in Nosferatu. Lily Rose Depp.
She's the daughter of Johnny Depp.
She's pretty hot.
Oh, what
And
about
some
her?
beautiful woman, obviously, because Lily Rose is pretty hot.
There's a bunch of them now. Manson's girl is pretty good. She's the one that got burned in Hollywood in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She's the one that got fried. She's Manson's kid. That girl. She's in another movie now. It's supposedly pretty good. What's the name of it? It's on my list. When I go back to watching movies, I just keep reading books. I'm crazy.
Who's that girl? Opie Cunningham's daughter. What's her name?
I don't know. Yeah, she's cute.
The
She's
red
kind
hair
of chunking out.
Yeah, but
Kind of
that's right.
chunking out a little bit now, but
She wears it well.
yeah, she's.
I saw her in
Is
one
that-
of those dinosaur movies, one of the Jurassic Park movies.
Oh yeah,
She was in 3 of them, I think.
Jack Nicholson's
Well,
son
they-
acts though.
What?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
look
he-
around,
he-
like, I
he
don't know
looks
his
like
story,
him,
but it
too.
was good. There's this guy. He was good, and then you realize, oh fuck, that looks a lot like Jack Nicholson. You can kind of see some of it in his face.
Yep, exactly. Yep, and he does look like. Yeah, I've seen him. What was he in recently?
I
I
can't
thought.
remember. This is like something that's probably going to bubble to the surface soon because they're good. All these kids are good, really, actually.
It's Uma Thurman's daughter.
They're not
It's
doing
been in a
bullshit
lot of.
movies, you know. They're not in the next
Yeah.
Star Wars or anything like that, you know. It's like you got to look for them.
She reminds me of that scene where these fat old 60-something-year-old guys are sitting around critiquing these young beauties, these little tiny
What?
flaws, you know.
Where did you get that?
I don't
Oh.
know.
Man, that's all we got. Fucking don't try and take that away from us. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, once that's gone, we'll be like wearing diapers and
Got one foot in
pooping
the grave now,
in
man.
a tube at the beach,
It's like any
floating
one
around
of
the
them.
beach.
With a motorboat. You got an outboard motor. So you can
We'd be
escape
lucky to have
your
any one of
ass.
them looking at us, any one of them. Give us a
I was-
sideways glance.
A smile.
And we're like, oh,
Well, yeah.
she's putting on a little weight around the ankles.
This book, Mike, turns into Stephen King. Like it's fucked up. Like, all right, like, guy's in college, right? He goes out. He's almost a junior, and it's just another night out, right? And it's him, his friend, and two girls, and they're dancing. And he notices a guy sitting at a table just off the table a little bit, looking at him. And he looks back, and then like the guy looking at him just smiles just a little bit, this creepy smile. And he turns around and says to his friend, "Who is that guy?" Right? And so he's drunk. And he goes, "Well, what guy?" Next thing you know, they're out leaving. They're not going because of that guy. They just decided to go to this girl's apartment and start drinking there and eat. So they're on their way, and when they get into the apartment, he's like, he's trying to stay sober because his friend's getting really tanked, and he wants to like drive him home. So he's sitting, he's thinking, he's just about to go, fuck it, I will have one drink, right? And just as he goes up, that guy is in the fucking living room looking at him, right? And he like drops, and then like there was this thing about his shoes that were just otherworldly. They were like they were just at the tip, and they curled up. And it reminded him of something else, like a devil, whatever, right? It just freaked him out. So I'm thinking, oh fuck, this is like in his head. His head's starting to fuck with him, right? And then at the end of the chapter, turns out somebody else sees him. Says, "There's something behind you, right?" And he turned around. It was like the window. It was like, and that's where I stopped because it was like 4 a.m. So I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I described it, you're not freaked out. But
He's
you
outside.
read,
He's outside your guard booth, man.
well, suddenly your mind starts fucking with you. That scares me in the daytime. Like, so that happens to people, right? You'll be like some guy there, right? And it's your brain doing it.
Oh yeah. Like That Beautiful Mind. Remember
Yeah.
that one? That movie? That guy. That's a real story. That guy was seeing people, hearing people, and the way he got over it was he realized they were all in his head, so he just ignored them. Even though they were talking to him, he just ignored them, and that's how he got through life.
But they're there. He could interact.
I'm not talking
with
to you. I'm not talking to you anymore, ever again.
the CIA guy, right?
That and heavy medication.
But the little girl, his college roommate,
Yeah.
that fucking guy, holy shit.
Yeah.
That movie was done well. I kind of, you almost understand just how fucked it is if that happened to you. Holy shit, right?
Well, I had a
Read
dream.
that book, and it's like they took quite a bit of liberties from the book, wasn't?
Oh yeah.
But it made a good story. I mean, the movie made a really good story.
The story is one thing, but the visual, like what it would be like, because that's what it would be like. I mean, it doesn't matter if that actually happened that way. I mean, that's how it happens. Like suddenly there's a fucking person there, and you're interacting with them like they're real, and you don't know the difference. Fuck.
I had a dream that I didn't know where I was. Like it was like I was senile. And I was really confused, and it was really frustrating. And so I'm asking my brother, like, how did I get here? Where am I? And he starts busting my balls. And so it's getting even more frustrating. And he's laughing at me and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is going on? Where am I? Like, who am I? You know, it was really weird. It was like
those moments. Do you ever have those moments when you're driving and you look around and you forget kind of where you are?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Or you forget how you got there. You don't remember.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you find yourself.
Just for like a split second. Yeah, just for like a second or two, you're like, because you're thinking about something else, right? And then you're like, what the fuck? Where am I? Where am I going? Oh yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
That little second, like if you get Alzheimer's or something, that becomes longer and longer.
Yeah.
Jed had to stop driving because he got lost in his own neighborhood that he lived there for 40 years and didn't know where he was. He was lost, and so he just had to stop driving.
Lovely. All this
Yeah.
and more can be yours.
Just get old.
Anyway.
All right, so we
Thanks,
covered
George.
Adult diapers, Alzheimer's.
That's my
You know,
favorite
beautiful
part.
young
Thanks,
women
George.
who'll never, who'll never acknowledge our
No,
existence.
they think that. Oh, ew, we're icky. Icky. Icky men.
That's right. Look at that
Somehow,
old
though,
guy.
when we critique those young beauties, it puts us back in our youth.
That's right.
Oh,
My inner child. I have an inner child. I have an inner teenager. You know.
Yeah, we still like what we like. We're still attracted to what attracts
oh,
us. Yeah, we
her
still like.
calves are a little too thick. Oh
That's
no.
right. That's right, man. I could afford. I can't have any of them, so I can afford to be as picky as I want.
Calves. The bigger the better. Big, huge, like elephant feet.
I know he likes the big calves and stuff. That's
Big.
fine. There's
Everything
nothing
big.
wrong with that.
Big,
Who
big, big.
cares?
She'd be like,
Big.
thanks, Grandpa. I'm working on that.
Not that they would listen or care what I had to think, but hey, I can have my
No.
own taste in women, and it's not going to change anything.
Oh man, that's why there's so many of us.
No, I find the older I get, the more lenient I am toward a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
let stuff go now that I would never have back in the day.
Yeah, because I'm like, look at me, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it has
at this.
anything to do with that. It's
You're
more
gonna
of
have that.
Who would turn this down, man?
You gotta have that self-awareness. You gotta have self-awareness for this to make any sense at all.
Yeah. Well, it's the tragedy of human existence is the
Look
lack
at
of
that evidence
self-awareness.
of liver damage.
Hey, there's women that like that though.
They're very
yeah. But you
rare.
never heard of Jerry care? Yeah, you never heard of a Jerry care fetish? Fuck out of here.
Those forums aren't real.
Well, they just cost a lot of money. That's all. You got
There's
the
a
do-re
small-
mi.
Well, you know,
You got you can have anything you want. It's just a matter of money, man.
Yes,
You get the cash to lay out, man. You can have anything you want.
You're gonna have somebody take a big dump on your chest. Yeah.
There's a small
That's a
percentage of women.
What made you think
There's a
that?
small percentage of women that actually like 60-something-year-old fat ugly guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Do you
they're
have her
called
number?
80. They're called 80-year-old
Small
gals.
percent.
Do you have her number?
Small percent.
Oh, Mikey, where is she?
She's out there somewhere. I know she is.
Is she in this country?
But
Is she on
there
this
used to be
continent
this
Rocking the
80-year-old gal that used to come in the market I used to work at, and she was like, fairly overweight, and she moved slow, and she used to look me up and down when she came in the store. I said, "You can park your shoes under my bed anytime," she said.
You'd have to bring some oil. Some kind of lube.
Oh my God.
Like, what would be good for them? Something with a lot of perfume.
So yeah, they're attracted to us. You just got to
Tina
move
Tay.
up
Right,
another age bracket. Yeah, they're just the next generation looks at us like young stuff,
Not over.
You're talking.
The
You're
older-
talking
the older-
tales from the. You're talking about
Totally.
tales from the crypt, man.
Yeah, at
go
this
out there
point,
now.
yeah.
Jesus.
Gonna
Well,
make
they
my
really
move.
let their
Your shoes under my bed.
standards drop.
Let's play our favorite game. Find the smell.
That's called desperation, man. The desperation of the elderly.
Yes,
Can I park my shoes under your crypt?
grateful as hell. Don't tell, and it's grateful as hell.
Want to go half out of plot?
So the place in the United States with the highest rate of STDs is a place called the Villages in
Florida.
You've heard of that? It's like thousands and
Oh
thousands
yeah.
of old, desperate
Yep.
people.
Well, it's a lot of
Desperate,
action
though.
going on. A lot
They're
of
not
action
desperate at
going on
all.
there. They're not
They're
desperate.
desperate.
They're having a great time. They're having a wonderful time, man. They say, "Fuck it. Hey, what do we got to lose?"
They're like teenagers over there.
Yeah, it was like
They don't look like
weather's
teenagers
nice.
over there.
But to each other they do. You know.
I guess. I don't know if I think if there was any justice in the universe, like as we aged, we would find like older people more attractive. Like, when you're 80, you're still gonna look at, some beautiful 20-year-old and go, wow, that's really hot. You're not gonna look at some wrinkled old 80-year-old woman going, oh man, she's really hot. Like there's no justice. There's no justice.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ. Nah.
Nah.
A 20-year-old, I'd give her like some advice,
You don't think she's pretty? You wouldn't think she was pretty? You wouldn't find her
She's
attractive?
pretty, yeah. That's about
Well,
it.
yeah,
pretty,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
pretty, but
that's like, what,
uninteresting.
like flowers? You know what I mean? Like puppies?
What
like
are you going to talk to her about, man? What are you going to talk to her about?
baby seal?
Wants to talk. I don't want to
Fucking
talk to
who's
her.
Taylor
That's
Swift?
great. Who's
I don't want to talk to her. Jesus Christ.
talking has little to do with it.
It's got nothing to do with it. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't talk.
No, it's
Just change
hysterical.
my diapers,
This is
man.
your biggest sex organ is right up here, man. It's
Well,
the
maybe
biggest
for you.
sex organ.
Yeah, but look what's telling you that.
Oh man.
You can turn anybody into a sex symbol through here.
Yeah. I suppose if I
I
can.
mean,
You
you're
can
good
talk
at
yourself
lying
into
to
it, you're
yourself.
saying.
You're good at lying to yourself. Just use that.
There's nobody better at lying to me than me.
It might be like
Just
some
use-
stuff where he go, oh, this could happen.
This could happen.
It could happen because it happened to me. It happened to you.
It could happen. The hell are we
Wait, is
talking
that from a movie? That line?
That's from J-Rock getting caught.
Oh yeah.
It happened to you because it happened to me. That's just
NT.
It's when he's changing his clothes and his mom walked in, right?
He's changing. That's right. He
Yeah.
was changing.
So, Mikey, you went to the theater, huh?
What?
So,
Yeah.
well, I think
Nosferatu on the big screen.
Yeah, you want to see that on the big screen. That's a good one
We
for
went
the
to
big
on
screen.
the big screen, but I want to sit next to the guy eating popcorn. Or the guy in front of me with his cell phone on.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
I don't know, man. Last few times I've been to the big screen, there's hardly ever anybody in there. It's not really that annoying.
this is
still
true.
like-
It's very
Still,
few.
certain movies I want to see on that big screen.
There's a lot of people there, Mikey.
There were quite a few, yeah, because it came out Christmas Day, which I thought was pretty ballsy to put a gothic horror show out on Christmas
I
Day,
think
you know.
that's a
Well, that's-
classic because
that's-
a lot of people actually don't have anywhere to go on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's true. A lot of
Yeah.
Jews go out to
That's
the
been
movies
me.
on
I've
Christmas.
done that. There was years I
I
didn't
lot
didn't
of-
have
see it
anywhere
on
to go.
Christmas.
A lot of Jews,
saw it about-
they go to the movies and they go out and eat Chinese food afterwards. It's like a tradition because the Chinese restaurants are open as well.
Jewish Christmas. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, see, I saw it over the weekend, like 3 or 4 days after Christmas, and it was still really crowded.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say I saw it 3 or 4 times.
No, not yet.
I did that at Brainstorm. I watched about 5 times. But it was.
How many times did you see Jaws?
Oof.
Wasn't the Blues Brothers?
Lot. That one too.
Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers is the movie I've seen the most times
I
by
don't
far.
know. Yeah, I have watched that. I watched that like an album. That's like an album.
Yeah, I'm going to see that again too, many times. It's the best music video ever. MTV can suck it. We don't need MTV. We got the Blues Brothers.
I was in the shower going, "Hold on, I'm coming." Last night.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's a warning not to open the door.
Too much
Song I sing in it.
Jesus. It can happen to you because it happened to me.
But I'm picturing like going to rescue my baby, you know?
Uh-huh.
Hold on, I'm coming. Ah, there's so many things you can do with that line.
It's too late. There's only one interpretation
Or
that's happening now.
rewarded. There's so many things. If it's a rescue mission, it's like heroic, right? Like you're in a car speeding to save somebody.
Oh, it's heroic.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At our age, that's heroic,
What
man.
do you think?
Oh, God.
Oh, man. I'm just so happy the Christmas season is over. You know, fuck Christmas for another year, man. Can't take it anymore. Well, because I was ill on Christmas, all
sick.
those people that were to come, I had to go to like several other parties to make up for it. I had to go between.
Oh.
I even went to one last night. It was just over and over and over. This overkill. Just give me a break. I'm sick of Christmas. I'm sick of presents. I'm sick of all this other stuff.
I was coming
What
down
is
something
that?
over New Year's Eve.
Oh, nice.
God.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Jake and Elwood. 74
Bow,
miles.
bow, bow. Hey, what hit what who what? Hey, what hit what who what?
Hey, well, hey, well, who bear here? Hey, have a
Bow, bow, bow.
You go hungry.
The other day, I had a cool water sandwich and a Sunday go to meat and bun. Bow, bow, bow.
That album was great, though. Yeah, we wore out that
Yeah.
album.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, this.
What a great, all-time great blues band, you know?
A movie that could never be made again.
Minnesota.
Just
Memphis,
could not be made.
you know, mixture of Memphis, New York, and L.A. Like,
Belushi was great, though, in that role.
oh, yeah.
Chicago.
Jake, I got
They
to
both
pull
were
over.
Elwood. It was awesome. That whole scene with the fucking penguin, man. If you ever been to Catholic school, you know exactly what that's all about.
Never have.
Oh, Cab Calloway was just the best.
Oh, yeah.
What a talent that guy was. Back
Yeah,
in
when
the
his
day.
brother
Fucking
tried to
nuns
do it.
that way.
When his brother
Johnny
tried
Lee
to do
Hooker.
it,
The what?
when his brother tried to take that role, it really didn't work, you know? Jim Belushi.
No. It's not the same. All sequels are horrible. Fuck all sequels, man.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I don't have that poster.
Boy, what's his name there? Elwood. He went with the deep end, huh?
How so?
With the vodka and all that. And
That vodka's good, man. It's fucking
his,
good vodka.
What you say?
his UFO stuff.
Yeah.
His show on is like the Unexplained on it's not the Unexplained, it's I forget the name of it. They all sound generic, but he always like Believe It or Not. It's kind of like a Believe It or Not mystery show, you know, where actual things that happen, but they're very mysterious. And, I don't know. It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
like that stuff.
That
I
was
like
great.
that stuff.
It's good stuff, man. I think he's all
You
right.
should
I
have saw
think
his
he's
script to the
He's
blues.
I think he's a
you
good
know,
harp player.
I think the Bluesmobile was a fucking UFO.
And, you know, that all got started because he was an actual musician. Besides being a comedian, he actually did blow the harp.
What was
You hear about those guys that got died of exposure looking for Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What
Oh,
was
if I
the
can
news?
imagine it.
I saw the headline. I didn't bother reading the article.
Yeah, it was real. It was like a guy our age and a younger guy. They're looking for Bigfoot up in the Northwest somewhere, like way out there.
Yeah.
And just died of exposure. A storm came in and they weren't ready for it. The tough part about that story was the search and rescue uh, was out there. I think they took them 3 days to find them.
Oh,
And on the end of the second day, somebody broke in and stole all the search and rescue equipment. Yeah,
what?
yeah. Can
The
you
fuck
believe
would do
that?
that?
They can't figure out because nobody would use it except search and rescue, and they're not buying. Nobody buys used equipment and that stuff. So
That's weird, man.
yeah,
Probably Bigfoot did it.
I was
That's
thinking
that's
that.
right.
what I
I
was
just didn't want to
thinking, but they
say
want to say it. They want to
I was
say
in
it.
my I was in
Yeah,
my
I
tree
know.
stand.
it.
Bigfoot likes all that stuff, man.
I was in my tree stand
I
not
was
too long
thinking it.
ago. It was cold out, and I heard that knocking on trees all around me.
Is it? Is tree snapping?
Yep, all around me.
Well, the
Or
knockings
freezing?
from woodpeckers. Woodpeckers make a
No, it
racket.
was Bigfoot.
Uh,
You stole my wallet.
Yeah, he's hanging out in Foster behind Danny's auction barn.
Yeah, that's where he is.
oh, yep.
I think that's why he's in every state, but nobody's ever actually seen him or got a good picture of him, because it's just one guy, and he's just like traveling all the time, and he runs. He doesn't walk. He just runs everywhere. Like,
That's because you had a bear suit and you didn't tell me.
no, I didn't. I had a gorilla
But
suit.
I've been a sighting in Rhode Island. Several.
If I had known, I had the suit at the time when they were filming. That Bigfoot crew was filming. The people who do that big Bigfoot
I
show.
can't believe you had a gorilla suit.
I didn't know that they were. I didn't know that they were here in Rhode Island. I would have fucked with them big time. I'd have scared the hell out of them.
He's out there.
Man, Rhode Island, squatchy as hell.
Ascog.
Mascog, especially.
Bigfoot's got a Rhode Island accent.
Hey, fuck yous.
Lucky you don't get shot.
Yeah.
What you got
Yeah.
there, George?
Somewhere
What is
fur in
that?
the woods.
I made you guys a Christmas present.
Is that a joint?
It's fire starter. It's I actually finally found some strike anywhere matches,
Cool.
which is very rare these days.
Yeah.
And I wrapped them in cotton cord and soaked them in wax.
That's good to
And
have.
so emergency fire starter. You hit this thing, it'll burn for a long time to get wet
Nice.
wood.
Yeah.
Or you can pull off these things one at a time and use them as needed, stuff like this. But I got these medicine bottles, so I'll keep them in. So you just throw them in your pack, and if you need emergency fire starter, you throw this on.
Nice. Yeah, I
Nice
see a
to
lot
have.
of the bushcraft videos, and people have all these elaborate ways of making fire, and they carry all this shit with them. And I just thought, well, I got a lighter in my pocket, and I got a lighter in my pack, and I got a candle, and
Candles work really
That
well.
shit's good to know. Well, that shit's good to know, but that guy Justin Berber there, he just uses a lighter.
yeah.
Well, if you have
So you gotta have a
experience
ferro
starting
rod, and you
fires,
gotta have a can full of shavings that you made and mixed with wax, and you gotta have, the charred cloth, and there's all these things you have to have if you're going to be a bushcrafter, and they all weigh a lot. Like you gotta have a full axe, and you gotta have a saw, and you're not gonna go out and like sleep in a tent. No, you're gonna chop down a whole shitload of trees and build this giant shelter, and make a big fire for one night.
I like this
Well, I
guy.
mean,
He just has
there
a
are
hot
survival
tent, Mike.
situations
It's
where
just
you
a
would need
pack,
that would
and it
come in
turns into a
handy.
hot tent.
Like you said, chances are you're going to have a lot of gear with you anyway if you go into the woods. By rights, you should have a little bit
Yeah.
of gear with you when you go in the
I
woods.
take a pack with me, a day pack, just for my regular hikes, and it's got first aid kit. It's got a lighter in it. It's got some stuff for just in case.
I carry that stuff in like a fanny pouch too, even just walking and stuff, just in case.
And like if I'm skiing, I usually ski by myself. So that's, you could get hurt doing that. So then I'll take some extra clothes in my pack in case I break my leg and have to sit there and wait for someone to come and get me.
Yeah. Those people too, you never know what you're gonna walk up on. You know what I mean?
You could walk up on two Bigfoots mating, and then you'd be in big fucking trouble.
It could happen to you
Somebody else.
because it happened to me.
Yeah.
Or somebody else, somebody else needing some help.
Somebody else broke their leg. Right.
The Bigfoot, other humans.
Or two people fucking in the, on the path, like it happened to you, Mike. Or three people.
They needed first aid. They needed condoms or something, man. They needed some protection. I didn't have that.
In that case, all you need to do is you need a fucking blindfold, man.
Oh, yeah. that was just a sad case for him of them starting without him, man.
Those they were not attractive people. None of them were attractive people.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. Like I think, sex in the woods is great. I'm all for it. I think that kind of behavior should be encouraged, but not in the middle of the path where kids and people are walking by. Like you could just go off the path and behind that hill over there, and you'd have plenty of privacy. But right there where everybody's going to walk by, I had to ask them to get out of my way. Excuse me, I'm trying to get through this path. Like, the fuck?
I was that guy on the path with a girl, and a guy showed up with a machete. He was actually
What?
He was a worker. And I stopped. That's the last thing I wanted to see right now. Right? Well, it was kind of grown in. They were making the path. I was on foot. I was like, it looked like off the path. Look at the path yet. That really happened. Yeah, machete. I wasn't. I don't know. The guy didn't send a vibe. I wasn't scared. I don't know why.
Best kind of outdoor sex, man. Sex on the beach, man.
That was like Washington State, though. It was like different out there.
We were down at Charlestown. Laura and I, we were down at Charlestown one night. We went out on the beach and spread like a towel, and we're just sitting there like it was a beautiful night. And this gay couple came and went and put their towel down right next to us, and the guy started fucking the other guy in the ass.
What the fuck?
And like, you had to do that here? Like, I think they did that on purpose.
That's not where I thought that story was going, but
yeah, exactly. That's not where I thought the story was going either, Mike.
What?
It's got this romantic, and we were alone. Like there was a lot of beach. We were alone. We were way away from anybody else.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They said wanted in.
I thought that was cool.
Like that, it's obvious what they were doing.
Well, like, all right, we're out of here.
Yeah, just go somewhere else. No problem.
It was at the Scarbelly Beach, and it was crowded. And there's a lot of people there at one time, and they saw this couple wrapped up in a blanket going at it pretty hard. And there's so many people around them. There's like hundreds of people around them, like just going at it. Didn't care in the world. Everybody's just like, oh well, whatever, man.
I guess if you really want that spot, you do something like that, and then it's your spot.
I guess
you're really gonna want it, though.
It's a really nice spot, man.
Where was that, Mike?
That was Charlestown.
Charleston?
Yep.
That's where the fancy people are, right? Well,
it was,
not necessarily.
But like we parked over by the breachway.
Yeah,
and
the breachway is the best part of Charleston as far as beaches go. That's the best. And there's not too many people down there usually.
No, there wasn't. And we walked way down the beach, and there wasn't anybody there, And, and then they just showed up, like, right next to us.
Yep.
Fucking people, man.
And like I said, I think that kind of behavior should be encouraged, but just not right next to me.
Yeah, but that whole culture, they're pretty. I think they're pretty open to that stuff. Like doing it in front of each other. And they kind of assume. If you're there, you're
going to join in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, why else would you be with all that beach, like a mile of beach empty on each side of you? Why would they just go do it right next to you?
Well, you missed an opportunity there, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I missed anything, man. Really?
Well,
Call yourself a
Lawrence is
progressive, man.
I guess. But
Selfish.
I guess I'm a prude
Oh,
after
well.
all.
How you know you wouldn't like it? Just in time. Perfect timing.
What the fuck is this? I
Are
can't
we
read it.
interrupting?
This just in.
Cole's department.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You used to do
So
that. I
were you
did that for
familiar with-
years. Like every time
Were
the
you
phone
familiar with
rings,
any
you
of
go,
Billy Bob's music?
What do you say? Wait a minute.
Were you familiar with any of Billy Bob's music?
No.
Yeah.
With the
Apparently he's been
45s?
recording. He knows everybody. He's been recording for years and had no idea.
Yeah. The Boxmasters. Billy Bob Thornton's band.
Or is it the 45s? Or is that just another incarnation of his bands?
It might be. He was talking about the Boxmasters the thing I watched.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I had no idea. I thought maybe he was an actor who, was, now that he's rich, is getting into all this. But apparently he's been a musician all along.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Plays
What was
with
that
Billy.
thing? He was bandaged. His head was all bandaged. He had a hat trying to
No,
hide it.
that's just like a headband he wears.
Going for like a Johnny Depp kind of thing, I think. But didn't he play with Bubbles on his last tour in Europe? Played
Yeah,
in the
he's in
band,
the movie.
The Shit Rockers. Yeah.
the Shit Rockers. Yeah,
He's in the movie, which is not playing anywhere around here. It's supposed to be out right now. Standing on the
Have to
shoulders
wait
of
till
kitties.
Might have to wait till Netflix,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but Billy Bob's been in a band for like forever. Like he didn't even really want to be a musician. He was saying, I mean, be a actor. He wanted to be a musician. He just kind of fell into the acting thing. Probably paid better.
He's had some great roles.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Billy Bob's in it. I'll check it out usually.
Yeah. That's what was one of them.
He's a drummer
That's
too.
his
It's not
first.
like he's one of these guys who just puts a guitar on and bangs out. He's a drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that whole video.
Yeah, I think now he's more of a front guy. Like he has somebody else doing the drums, and he's sort of standing up front, just singing.
Because he's a big star, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of like
People-
Ringo.
anybody who sees him is coming to see him. They're not coming to see the band. It's Billy Bob
If you
Thornton.
go see Ringo, he's not playing the drums. He's standing out front singing now.
Yeah.
Like Frank Sinatra.
Occasionally he'll go back behind the drum set.
Yeah, he'll do a couple songs back there, but
He's a big star, man. He's Ringo's star. You're going to see Ringo.
Ringo.
He's a singer. I mean, he sings on his records. Sure. I've never seen him live, and I've never seen Paul McCartney live. I've never seen any of the Beatles play live.
Yeah.
Me
I think it's
neither.
too late.
Coulda
I think it's too late.
coulda seen Wings.
I never did, though. I don't know. I never had the opportunity, or what? I don't know.
I never had the interest.
Oh yeah, I would have. I would have gone to see Wings,
Wings over America.
or I would have gone and seen any of them really, except when John was playing with Yoko. I didn't want to see that.
A friend of mine was not a Beatles fan or Wings fan, and he just was in the right space at the right time. He snuck into the Wings Over America tour in Ohio,
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati. He snuck in, and he was in the first couple rows, and he walked out like a complete Wings fan after seeing them live in the Wings Over America tour. Had no interest in them at all.
Great album.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Stop
me
it.
neither. Till I got that album.
No, I would have loved to seen. I would have loved to seen any of them. Really, I just never got the opportunity. You know, Ringo. I would love to see Ringo's all-star band, any incarnation. He's always got great people playing with him.
I would have liked to have been there for the Bangladesh concert. You know,
Oh God,
74.
That, yeah. George
Yeah.
Harrison, I would have loved to have seen. And Bangladesh concert, that was just marvelous.
yep.
72. Yeah.
Yeah, all things
I was
must
too
pass.
young.
That's another one I wore out. That's a great
I
album.
couldn't figure out my way to the bus stop when I was 12.
Remember
Yep.
that 45 when we were Fab?
Yeah.
I wore that out. I got that 45.
Yeah.
Did you see? Did you see Harrison's documentary "Living in the Material World"?
I might have.
Yeah.
don't
I want
remember.
to see that. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't
Really?
seen that. It's supposed to be really good. Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
I don't know
saw
where I
that
found
Ron
it.
Howard one. It was good.
8 days a week.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
With that,
I want to see the one, Mike, that you recommended, the Jackson one.
I've seen them all, man, and I think that's probably the best. Really.
Get
Yeah.
back. The Get Back one.
Nah, the Get Back was great, but I mean the 1964.
1964.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were both great.
that
That
was
brought
my
me right
favorite.
back, man.
Yeah, done
yeah,
really
AM
well.
radio.
Well,
AM radio in the car. Going to the AMP. I want to hold your hand. I remember parts of that.
Me and Nancy swinging on the swing sets, singing "I Want to Hold Your Hand," or "She Loves You."
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
Me and my sister Nancy singing Beatles. Well,
Oh,
boys,
nice.
you have a great day.
Two.
Great seeing you.
All right, guys.
Take it
I'm
easy.
going to go